All right, let's talk Miami Hurricanes football. Look, obviously, it's been an exciting offseason for Coach Mario Cristobal and his Miami Hurricanes program. A lot of great moves, a lot of additions. Of course, quarterback Cam Ward is at the top of that list. And as we racked up spring ball, as we went through the spring game, we were really hoping to see what Cam Ward can do. And boy, he did not disappoint. A lot of great energy, a lot of great momentum. Let's get into the report, and then we'll talk about it more in detail on the other side. This is courtesy of 24/7 Sports. The Miami Hurricanes racked up over 600 yards of total offense with 5 touchdown passes in the spring game on Saturday. Cam Ward led the way, throwing for 227 yards on 17 of 26 passing with 3 touchdowns. Ward did some good stuff, head coach Mario Cristobal said. We dropped some passes. The pass rush is a real one, and a couple of those guys are doing what they're doing. And when things are vanilla, it's hard to block those guys one-on-one. Cam did a good job. Restrepo did a great job. Jacoby was limited, but he did some great things. Isaiah Horton had a great spring. We talked about him before. The offensive line and defensive line battled. All the quarterbacks did some good things, but with Cam, it is obvious he had a great spring. All right, I think that final sentence is really important there because I think this Miami Hurricanes team is as talented as they've ever been. Cam Ward arriving and living up to his potential is a great sign for Miami. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this, but first, Hurricanes fans, in the comment section below, look, obviously spring ball is pretty much done at this point, so now we're turning already to the 2024 regular season. In the comment section, give us the one matchup that you're, I don't want to say worried about or concerned about, but look, everyone's got that game on that schedule where you're like, ugh, that's going to be a tough one. Give us that game, that matchup that you're really kind of maybe a little worried about. Miami, it's going to be a tough game, and put it in the comment section below. But Mike, give me your thoughts on this latest update, of course, involving Cam Ward and this whole entire Miami Hurricanes program.
Yeah, Nick, I think it is great. I think what he did in spring ball ultimately kind of speaks for himself, but I think some things Mario Cristobal said are very important. This was vanilla offense versus vanilla defense, and usually defense has the upper hand in that aspect. There's no trickery in the blocking schemes. There's no motions. There's nothing to catch the defense off guard. It's kind of just base on base, and usually base defense is a little better than a vanilla base offense. And the fact that Cam Ward went out there and absolutely lit it up, I think speaks volumes about his ability as a quarterback. And I would be very excited if I was a Miami fan about what he can do for this offense. And I think people are excited because if you know a little bit about this year's spring game, it was the first time in a while that it was held at home at Cobb Stadium, just minutes away from Miami's campus. I think that this was a big deal because over 300 alumni came and watched the game, and you had all of the faces there. Mark Richt and his wife were there. Devin Hester was there and spoke to the team. Andre Johnson was there and spoke to the team. Michael Irvin was there and came on stage and talked to the team. All of the greats were coming, and I think it's something that we can attribute to the Cam Ward effect. I think people are really excited about what Cam Ward is bringing to this team. I think people even want to see him play spring ball. Like we said, vanilla on vanilla, not necessarily the most exciting type of offense and defense, but I think just his electricness as a playmaker, his ability as a quarterback, everybody wants to see him. Even the NFL greats coming back to their home school of Miami want to see what this guy is capable of. So I think this is a great move by Miami. I think we've talked about early in the season just NIL implications, the breathing life back into the city of Coral Gables and Miami. Cam Ward is doing just that, and you already see it evident in the spring game. I think he's done a great job so far, and I'm really excited to see what he can do come time for the season.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And one of the more impressive things about Cam Ward and really the entire Miami offense during the spring game, and the report kind of alluded to it, and you talked about it, vanilla on vanilla. And one of the things to remember is that for people who aren't familiar, during the regular season, when you're actually game planning against teams, usually what the offense, they know what kind of defense and strategies the defense is doing, right? There's only so many defensive looks, right? The defense will try and disguise it, but if a team's a zone coverage team or a man coverage team, or if they like to play with 2 deep safeties or 1 deep safety, right? Everyone kind of knows it. There's little tweaks week to week, but it's generally the same. And then the offense game plans ways to attack it, right? That's how it works during the regular season. And that gives sometimes the advantage and a lot of times the advantage to the offense, right? The defense is static. The offense is trying to find ways to beat it. During the spring game, it's the exact opposite. They're just running base offense, which allows the defense to basically not only know what's coming, but the offense isn't game planning to beat whatever the defensive structure is. So it usually makes it really, really hard for the offense to have any sort of consistency. When you look for a spring game, it's usually, a big play here, a big play there, some kind of thing, a corner falls down and you give up a big touchdown, or an outside contain gets lost and you give up a big run. Usually the offense handles business pretty easily. The fact that the Miami offense and Cam Ward were very methodical with it and scored a lot of points speaks to, I think, the talent level, the communication, the ability to work together, the camaraderie, and everything that's developed during spring ball on the offensive side. And I think it's a great sign for Miami going forward, because as they get ready for the regular season, they can now build off of this success. They can build off the work they've done through spring football, what Cam Ward is doing, to just head into the regular season with momentum, get this thing off to a hot start. Because this offense, if they have a good quarterback, if Cam Ward can live up to what we think he will be, they're going to be really, really good. A lot of people are sleeping on Miami right now. This is one of the more talented programs in the country. Cristobal's done a really good job recruiting, done a solid job in transfer portal as well. I think quarterback issues have held them back recently. I think Cam Ward, living up to his potential, living up to his billing, will put this Miami program team back where it belongs, among the top programs in the country.